Hi there, I'm Chase Tiffany and I'm running with the SIUE Students First Coalition. We're made up of Kaylee Eads-Pinn, Kiana Stevenson, Mallory McCune, Andrea Hintrick, Landon Montgomery, Sierra Ewing, Patricia Guerrero, and myself. I'm running for Student Body President. Kaylee Eads-Pinn is running for her second term as Student Body Vice President. The other 6 individuals are all running for senatorial positions. The Students First Coalition is advocating for more accurate representation of our student body. We're a 14,000 plus campus and we're very diverse. The Students First Coalition has 6 main policy reforms we're focusing on for this election cycle. In the new student government election process, we now have senators representing each department or college directly. Our first 2 policies now focus on this. In our first policy, we're asking the senators to become a direct line of communication between the organizations and the student government. This means that if an organization has an issue, they can reach out to their senator to ask questions, whether that's policy, whether it is a financial request, or an issue the organization is facing. This way we're building ties with our organizations and creating a better understanding of student government. The second policy is asking our senators to become a transparency advocate. This means asking them to go sit in the department or college that they're representing, collect student issues, student questions, student problems, and answering them to the best of their abilities. This then creates an action in which the regular student can now start to understand the student government process a little easier. The second part of our policy would be we asking the senators to go ahead and go out into the community to collect problems and issues our students are actually facing. This means that if a club has an issue, whether it be a financial request or an issue the club is facing, they can ask their senator for help. For our third policy, we're going to focus on streamlining that process for a financial request. On the forms being submitted, we're now going to ask for quite a few more questions so that we can be more intentional with where our money is going. In this time of budget crisis, student government still needs to accurately reflect the student organization request, but if we're a little bit more intentional with our questions and where our money is going, we can then use student fees in a very smart way. For our fourth policy, we're going to go ahead and take our student government meetings that we currently hold and take about half of them per semester and direct them towards certain departments or colleges. This creates ties between those departments and colleges and student government. Maybe there's one meeting for the College of Arts and Sciences specifically, maybe there's one meeting for the College of Pharmacy. This means that if we have a meeting that directly affects you, we're welcoming any student, like we do every meeting, to come and tell me their issues. But through these new meeting processes, you can now know there's a certain day dedicated to you. For our fifth policy, we want to create more diversity programming. We are a very diverse campus of over 14,000 students from many walks of life. Student government is small, but we do have a large voice and can attempt to really go ahead and represent our students in every walk of life. For our final policy, we're going to go ahead and continue advocating for budget crisis prevention and for MAP grants. We all know this is a giant issue in Springfield at the moment, but we're going to do every part that we can in order to help advocate for students. We may be small as a student government, but it does not mean our voices cannot be heard. We'll continue going to lobby days and doing everything we can in order to create the best opportunity for SIUE student and our budgets that affect that. Make sure to check your SIUE email on April 5th and 6th in order to vote in student government elections. Old voices, new voices, years of experience. Make sure to vote SIUE Students First Coalition in order for your best chance at an accurate representation.